my Father's wrong, and to my listening ears, all nature sings and round me ring the music of the sphere. Friends, we have just heard a familiar hymn, and now let me read to us a psalm that I believe is equally familiar. O Lord, our Lord, how majestic is your name in all the earth. You have set your glory above the heavens. Out of the mouth of babies and infants, you have established strength because of your foes, to steal the enemies and the avenger. When I look at your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars, which you have set in place, what is man that you are mindful of him, and the Son of Man that you care for him? Yet you have made him a little lower than the heavenly beings, and crowned him with glory and honor. You have given him dominion over the works of your hands. You have put all things under his feet, all sheep and oxen, and also the beasts of the field, the birds of the heaven, and the fish of the sea, whatever passes along the path of the seas. O Lord, our Lord, how majestic is your name in all the earth. Friends, may I ask, which psalm did I just read?
Psalm 8.
That's correct. One more question. We are familiar with the entire Psalter, but which is the first psalm in the Psalter that render praise unto God?
Psalm 8.
Thank you. Once again, if those are your answers, then yes, you are correct. Psalm 8 is the first psalm in the whole book of Psalms that render praise unto God. And did we realize just now that when I read, praise is linked to two subjects. First, that's our identity. Verse 5 says this, that yet you, God, you have made him a little lower than the heavenly beings and crowned him with glory and honor. Identity, first thing it links to. Second, it links to our purpose. Verse 6 and 7 says this, you have given him dominion over the works of your hand. You have put all things under his feet, all sheep and oxen, and also the beasts of the fields, and so on and so forth, to care for them. So, when one prays, we are reminded of our identity and at the same time of our purpose that's here. Or let me put it as a statement, that one who praises God is reminded that he or she is appointed to be God's representative to take care of his creation. Friends, why are we talking about this at this point? COVID has made many of us stay at home. And friends, we are city folks. As city folks, it's not easy to keep staying at home. Now, for the past 2 weeks, hi, you cannot go to playground. Is it easy or difficult? Difficult. I think for some of us, our patience may be running dry. It's already the second week that we are at home. We are city folks, we want to move and move. Just to take a bus, just to take an MRT. We already have an app to tell us exactly what time the buses and the MRTs are coming so that we can start moving, we can start getting from one point to another. We want to move. But now we are all stuck in some sense. And I think for some of us, our patience might be running dry. I'm not sure about yourself, but for me, it is so to some extent. And so I thought that it might be a good time for us to remind ourselves of our purpose of staying at home. Government's order, yes, that's true. But fundamentally, the psalm that we have just read tell us that our purpose on this place is to care and to protect. And so that's what we are doing. Most of us at this point of time, we are staying at home. some of us folks, we are now in the front line. And no matter which thing we are doing, may God help us to do them well. And no matter which are we doing, we are also practicing social distancing. In other words, we now have a smaller space to move within. But in this smaller space, this smaller world, maybe our home, maybe our friend circle through internet, in these smaller worlds, may we continue to make it better worlds. We do so by helping, by encouraging, by praying for them. And so let us do what we do, or let us do what we are called to do by God. So, as we do all this, as we try to make this world a better place, let me just add one more thing. That is to constantly lift up prayers, especially for our friends who are in the front line, and also for the foreign worker situation in Singapore and for other countries. And also, the psalm reminds us to not stop lifting our praises unto God, because as we do so, we are being reminded of who we are and what are we here for. And so let us now praise God by singing the first chorus of the hymn.
This is my Father's will.
Let's go. This is my Father's work. I rest me in the thought of rocks and trees, of skies and sea. His hands the wonders wrought. So friends, we do what we do. But I like to encourage us to do it with a sense of purpose and mission. God bless us.